Hey guys, Teva here with another exciting video. Frostfang just launched and his armor brings some new changes to the Greatsword builds. Today I'm going to show you a variety of Greatsword builds for normal true charge slash playstyle, but as well crit draw, hit and run, including the set bonus Frostcraft, Punishing Draw and Slugger Secret. I'm not gonna go in depth on how the skill Punishing Draw works again, but for a bit more information be sure to check out my latest upload, Frostcraft longsword video. Quick set, draw attacks on a monster's head will deal 30 stun build up, and monsters on solo have a stun threshold trigger of 100 to 400, and this increases massively every time you KO a monster. So don't expect more than 2 or 3 depending on their starting thresholds. KO, like every other status, does DCs also, so every second you're not dealing stun hits, the build up does go slowly back down to 0. On multiplayer, monsters have about 3.5 times higher thresholds, making it almost impossible for one player to get more than one status. So yeah, with that said, let's straight jump to the builds, and the first one is our Frostcraft hit and run build. None of today's build will run Master's Touch because Greatsword doesn't consume a lot of hits, so if you feel uncomfortable with 20 hits of purple, you can upgrade the sharpness to level 6 or drop completely the purple. It really doesn't change the damage more than plus minus 2%. I used no Slugger on the first build and went with max DPS. Slugger 1 to 3 will always allow you to shorten barely by 1 or 2 hits to KO a monster. You can replace one level of focus with one Slugger since it's all you need. Focus level 2 is mostly enough, but 3 makes it more comfortable on knockdowns to fit all the hits in. I went on all of today's builds with level 3, so it's up to you if you wanna drop a level or wanna slap protective polish in. Quick Sheath level 3, of course, since this build relies on sheathing after every single hit due to our only affinity source being crit draw. So never continue into a true charge slash combo on a non-crit draw attack, you will only have 20% chance to crit, so not very recommended to do that because that's like literally 40% less damage or half your damage. You also can use Safi Elemental Greatsword if you don't have the Blast, but Blast is just stronger. Also, to clear up upcoming questions, why Safi and not Brachy Greatsword? Here is the same build except with a Brachy Greatsword. You can see the AFR only sunken by 6, which is only 0.5% less damage, so nothing in reality, and it's easier to obtain for those who don't have the Safi Greatsword yet. Safi gives you more upgrade possibilities though, allowing you to drop some raw damage for more sharpness and vice versa. You cannot do that with Brachy or even using one Volcana essence for more build comfort. However, Brachy fits one more call in the same exact setup, so if you manage to activate call, that's about 2% more damage than the first build. Build number 3 goes back to Safi, and this one is dedicated to call essence if you really are fighting a monster with blights and can have it permanently activated, else it's not worth using. Because losing 3 attack boosts is not worth it for gaining 3 call, which equals to about 5 attack boosts, if not at least 80% uptime in the hunt. Build number 4 is again the same with a Brachy Greatsword, and the same rules apply to this. If you cannot force activate call all the time, don't use it, it will deal less damage than build 1 or 2. Build number 5 is the Slugger version of a Frostcraft build. Like I said, Slugger doesn't change much. The first level is the most important since it gives you 20%, and 20% of 30 stun build up is 6 more stun build up. So technically hitting a monster 5 times with a crit draw attack is like hitting it another time for free compared to a non-Slugger build. Leaving the Frostcraft meme builds behind and moving to the real chat true charge slash builds, which is straight a more powerful playstyle but therefore more risky. Build number 6 is a raw DPS build with Slugger level 5, which is a 60% stun build up increase, so 18 more build up per crit draw hit. So this is quite a bit since every 2 draw attacks will be like adding another hit on top or more. So on an average weak monster to KO with 120 threshold, this would KO it in just 3 hits and giving you an opening for a true charge slash, while with any levels of Slugger you will need 4 hits. Like I mentioned before, any level of Slugger will most likely make a difference of 1 or 2 hits to reach a KO compared to a 0 Slugger build. Build number 7 is a build I mostly recommend to use and probably the best out of all. We just dropped 2 levels of Slugger for peak performance level 3, free meal and guts which prevents one-shots if above 40% HP. Peak performance is more than 5% more damage added when your HP is full, and for that you should definitely augment for health regeneration. Since health regeneration is a percentage increase of damage, Greatsword can easily heal your whole HP bar with a single hit. So as you can see, I used as always medicine jewels on my mantle, which gives you 20% health regen on top. Build number 8 is the same as the previous one, but instead of peak performance we run 5 resentment. Resentment on Greatsword does have a good uptime with health regeneration since it hits slow and resentment applies before you heal yourself up. So it's up to you which one you use. If you think you are mostly at full HP, use peak performance, and if you have more uptime not being full, you can use this one. One bonus on Safi is that it's like a free health regeneration after successfully landing a specific amount of hits without to sheath in your weapon. But since on Greatsword you usually have to sheath to reposition, it's not the best combination. Build number 9 is something that was considered as a meme till we understood the power of earplugs on a Greatsword. Since Greatsword hits super heavy but requires big openings, gaining a free true charge slash combo during a roar is an insane boost on damage that no roar skill can compete. It's at least free 2000 damage while a monster roars. Shoulder bashing doesn't work because while you shoulder bash to avoid the roar, you cannot be fast enough to hit, and also it's wasted hits because instead of shoulder bashing you could just prepare your whole true charge slash combo and do every single hit charged. You may lose peak performance here, which is 5% more damage, but not full uptime, and 2000 damage is already 10% of the whole monster's HP, and that just in one roar. So if you can have 2 free true charge slashes during roars, then you already gained about 20% more damage over the previous builds. Most people usually start with rock steady mantle, so it makes earplugs again to seem useless, at least for the encounter and rage roar. So yeah, these were all the builds of today's video. I didn't put any Master's Touch build on purpose because it's really wasted on Greatsword, and you can always just add 2 Handicraft or Sharpness 6 upgrade for 20 more hits, which are enough to kill a monster, or in the worst case just sharpen once in the fight and have a total of 80 purple hits available. No monster can survive 80 hits or a Greatsword, especially with these builds, else you're doing something wrong obviously. Okay, stop looking at me with a cat set eyes. Here is build number 10, I guess, a comfortable Master's Touch build, which lacks of course a little bit on damage compared to the other build, but has 20% extra comfort affinity and 10 hits of purple. The 10 hits of purple should never end if you can hit somewhat reliably on weak spots, since Master's Touch prevents losing sharpness every time you crit, and we have over 100% crit chance. But if you really even struggle with that, just keep the previous upgrades of 2 times sharpness 5 and replace the handicraft with double attack, so it's the same damage almost. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and if so, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you want to see next from me. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, because only a small percentage of people who watches my videos is sub to me. With that said, I wish you all a nice day and happy hunting, guys.